My name is Mark Eldridge with the American Anglican Council. I'm sure you're familiar with the concept of life cycle. There's birth, there's a season of life in the middle, and then there's, of course, a decline and a death. Well, that's natural. But did you know that every church has a life cycle? It's natural for a church to be born. Someone had an idea, planted the church grew, an incline, then there's a season in the middle. Sometimes, if you're not careful, it can become what's called maintenance, and just sort of maintaining what is. And then oftentimes, if things aren't done to keep that church growing or in a season of growth, then eventually there'll be a decline and a possible death. And so you might think about your church in that category and that concept and think, my church is kind of in that season in the middle. We're kind of in maintenance. We're not seeing growth, or maybe we're even declining a little bit, and I'm a little worried about that. Well, I want to encourage you today that there's something you can do about it. Every church goes through that, and every church can avoid the decline and eventual death by doing the same things that started when you first started, the things of incline, the things that will bring health and growth to your church. And so I want you to know that we're doing a free one-day seminar called From Maintenance to Mission, talking about how you can get your church back on the incline. And we're going to be offering that at Ridgecrest on September 26th, and we'd really love for you to come. And one of the concepts we're going to really press into is realizing that there was a time in our culture, and maybe you've been around long enough or you remember this, where most people were basically Christian, or at least culturally Christian. And so to have a successful church, you in essence just have to do things basically fine, have good sermons, good music, children's programs, and enough people would show up. That time is often being called Christendom now. And Christendom in America is dead. It's gone. That's not happening anymore. And for your church to grow, and in those times, when you talked about missionaries and being missional and missions, it was usually in the context of overseas somewhere. Yeah, we're for missions somewhere else where the gospel needs to be preached and taught. But in America, we don't have missionaries. Well, again, those days are gone. And so one of the things we're going to talk about at this conference is that you and everyone in your church and your local church needs to see yourselves as missionaries to your local community. So if this is something that you're interested in, you can find more information on the screen about how to register, and it'll be right before the New Wineskins Conference at Ridgecrest, September 26th. God bless, and hope to see you there.